Buenos dias, boys and girls. How is everybody today?
Good morning, Methodists. What's happening?
Hi, kids. It's good to see you all here this morning. And you too. And look, it's Holy Moly.
Hi, guys.
Hey, to what do we owe the pleasure, Holy? I thought you were going back to your tunnels after VBS.
Oh, we always come up to celebrate the 4th.
Hey, so do we. What do you do?
We like to watch the fireworks.
But moles can barely see.
We can see the flashes. It's pretty cool. And it's especially fun after a long day of mole ball.
Mole ball?
It's this game, kind of like baseball, where you drop a ball down a molehill, and then we all grope around looking for it, and the first one who finds it wins.
Is this a spectator sport?
Sure. When the old folks get too old to play, they like to sit around and watch and listen and reminisce. It's a blast. We call it the American pastime.
I thought baseball was the American pastime.
Not for moles, it isn't. You're not a speciesist, are you? We actually tried playing mole ball on baseball fields for a while, you know, with the big leaguers, but it led to too many broken ankles and blind tragedies.
Blind tragedies?
You know, the kind of tragedies that are secret, that we know about, but no one else does.
Like what?
Well, like the Uncle Fuzzbottom fiasco, known above ground as the Steve Bartman incident.
Steve Bartman, you mean the most hated man in Chicago? The fan who interfered with Moises Alou's catch at Wrigley Field, which ended up costing the Cubs the game and a trip to the World Series? What does that have to do with tragic moles?
Well, everyone thinks it was fan interference, but Alou actually stepped in a mole hole dug by my Uncle Fuzzbottom, who had just popped up in foul territory to see the end of the game, got spiked right in the ear. Luckily, the announcers never found out. He still wears an earring in that ear, though.
That's amazing.
Then there's the Bucky Boo Boo in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series.
Well, everyone knows that one. When the Red Sox, Bill Buckner, muffed the last out at first to lose the game to the Mets and eventually the series, you're not going to tell me...
Great-Grandpa Bucky Tutu. He just popped out to say, "Go Sox!" right between Bill Buckner's legs. As it turns out, I guess it startled him. Poor guy never did figure out what distracted him.
But what does all this secret history of moles and sport have to do with celebrating the 4th of July and, for that matter, with today's Bible story?
Actually, everything.
Everything?
Well, sure. Don't you see? We all know, if we think about it, that life is absolutely chock full of life. Where stuff happens, lots of it good, but lots of it not so good. And some of it public, but lots of it not. Every person, every bird, every mole is dealing with things that sometimes we have no idea of, but we should. At least we should try, so that we can help.
As Plato said, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
Ah, and Jesus has called us into that battle, or at least into the thick of life. Not just our own, but others as well, to help them, to serve them, to love them in all the richness and fullness and abundance that life offers, especially when it's lived out loud with Jesus' arms holding us, helping us.
Even when we step in mole holes.
Or get our head stepped on.
I think we should pray. Lord, as we celebrate this 4th of July, help us to embrace this life in this place as you embrace us. Help us live abundantly in your grace, knowing that you are here in the celebrations and the quiet, in happy times and sad, both above ground and below, and everywhere in between. Amen.
Amen.
And now is this another great